Good morning, good morning. Just going to check that this is recording because I don't want the technical issues I had yesterday. And it looks like it's going okay. Right. What am I? Oh, first things first. It's a mother-in-law's birthday today. So we're taking her out tonight. She wanted to go to a fish restaurant. So we're going to a fish restaurant. I've just looked at the bloody prices. So that is going to be an expensive night out, as well as we pay for Mother's Day as well. March has been an expensive month. I have just whacked an order in with Scale Model Shop, which I'll throw up on the screen. I want to try some of them Army Painter paints, and I haven't got any white primer that's usable, so I thought I'll give that VMS one a go rather than the Kaleido. But yep, and that I think is going to be about it because I am skint now. But I have got another package from China coming later on tonight between 6:30 and 8:30, which I'm hoping is them paints that I want to try out. And if they do come, I'll make a separate video on them. And if you look at the invoice, the only reason I got them markers was because they were on clearance for 99 pence. But I want to concentrate on this now. This was bought on Temu for $17.71. I've just checked about 5 minutes ago, and the cheapest you can get it for now is 28 quid. So I must have caught it just at the right time to get it for $17.71. But there's, if you're interested in any sort of wooden kits, there is quite a few on Temu that range from 6 quid up to 36 quid. And the 36 quid one is the official Roker one with the London Eye in it and that. But a lot of them are manual, which means you've got a hand crank to send the marbles round. And the reason why I got the last one and this one is because they're motorized. At least I think this is motorized because it looks like a little motor there, but we'll see when we open it. So I'm going to do that now so you can have a quick unboxing, see what it looks like inside. So that come apart like that. Yes, it has got a motor. It's the first thing that jumped out and hit me on the head. Well, that's a motor. And this one is already soldered on to one of them janky crap battery boxes with a lever. So I might splice my new battery box on that. But they have soldered it. Let's see. I should have cleared more space here. That's... what have we got in here? A bag of balls. A load of screws. 9mm times 30 pieces. 15mm times 15. 25mm times 1. looks like I'm going to need me precision screwdriver for that. They have included a screwdriver, which is nice. We'll try that first of all. That looks like a bit of wax, or no, that's a bumper or something. That's hard rubber. See how that goes. How many sheets we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not many. Please take only the accessory number of accessories. Do not remove all of them. The letter code, e.g. A, indicates the position of the part in the corresponding section. And at the bottom of that sheet, sorry about the scrubbing, is the letter A. Let's get the plastic off of this, and that should do two things. We can see inside, and it should stop the scrubbing. Strobing. As a matter of fact, let's get the old box out of the way. You sit up there for a little while whilst we have a look at this. That is obviously a piece of double-sided tape, which I would say will be with a battery box. Which is that. Oh no, it's not. It's a little sander for sanding pieces. Excuse me. So they even supply that, which is quite good. Yeah. Right. See what the instructions look like. 1, 2, A1, A2, A3, A4. They give you a little ruler for measuring the screws. And here it says 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, 22 and 25. Which is not what it says on them packets in there. Oh yes it does. There's 9, 15, 25, 6 and 12. Just round the other side. So it looks like a lot of screws in this one. What the instructions look like. A, E, these instructions do not look as good as the last one, but they're all in English, which is good. The back is fixed with D38 clips. Does it go onto the other side? Yes, it does. The arrow points in the clockwise. What I'm gonna do, oh look at all them cogs. The screws can adjust the tightness of the gears, ensuring that each operates smoothly. Load of gears in there. There's going to be a load of beeswax I'll put on to lubricate them. Loads of screws. Don't forget to put in the steel ball. That's interesting. What I'm going to do with this one is, I don't think there's any sections. I mean, sort of do it, hold it. 1 and 2, assemble each part according to the quantities, times 6 times 6. So I'll probably split it down into the sections the same as I'd done in the last one, because to do it in real time the video will go on for hours because I'm stuck for space. So I spend a lot of time hunting around for bits on these things. They look well cut. Are they numbered though? Yep, A29 24, 25, 41, 7. Some are individually numbered, like them. Others are not. They're sort of bulk numbered. 28, which I don't know whether 28 is that or that, but that should become clear in the instructions. Loads of little bits. Oh, loads of wheels and cogs. So that is going to be, that's obviously the base, the windy bit. Oh, and we've got black bits. Interesting. Never seen that before. So, what I'm going to do is study the instructions a bit more, go through it step by step and show you the results. First thing I want to do though is clear some of this shit up that I've got around here. Anyway, catch you after step 1. I wouldn't normally have recorded just this little bit, but I noticed something different from the last one. If you look at these tags, they're not just like finger joints, which the last ones were. They're sort of a bit funky, but they seem to work quite well and hold in tight. So should be okay. It's different. I've never seen that before like that. They come out of the boards pretty easily. You do have to sand them, which I'm using the sanding stick supplied only lightly, because you get little tags in the middle, so you just have to sand them off. They're not big, so it's only a light sand, but that is step 1, just that. That is step 2 completed and step 3. Step 2 was just building these, and there's 36 pieces all in all to build all them, and every single one of them I had to sand. So that has taken me about 35 minutes, and I did have to refer to the picture because they didn't tell you where the black goes. So the black goes on the outside. I would say with these end bits you have to go very, very careful, because if you slip forward or back whilst pressing them in, you are going to snap the legs off. So you have to take that really easy. It was a bit harder for me because I was afraid of pressing too hard and opening that up again, which is that cooking injury. Yeah, the other thing of note, on the black sprue, it's very hard to see the numbers, so I had to break out the old LED torch to actually find the numbers. Oh, here we go. Thank you. And another useful thing that I noticed whilst looking at the sprues is they do give you a little ruler, so you can measure your screws not only against the paper one, but they give you that as well, which I thought was a really nice inclusion. As said, I have been using that. That is step 3 completed. Now on step 4, which is that there, A10 times 2, E12 times 2, and then A13 to bung that on there like that. Right, let's sort them bits out. These are all the pieces for the next step. The reason I thought I'd show you this is, if you can see on the edge of these where they come out the sheet, that's why you have to sand them. You've got little burrs on every part. These are not coming out as cleanly as they did on the last one, where I didn't really need the sand, but yeah, it's just a matter of giving them just a quick run over like that. As a matter of fact, I'll just do this stage on camera so you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I've just had the radio on, so I've been listening to the radio whilst sanding away. But if I was to do this with every stage, show you the actual build, I think you'd get bored shitless just watching someone sand and try and waffle on about all the crap under the sun, whilst cleverly steering away from the current world situation and Marmalade Man and all the world politics and how I've seen the world change since I've grown up. That would bore you even more, no doubt. And probably, if I was to speak the way that I normally speak or talk and the phrases I normally use, some woke people would have a massive hair up their arse. But let us continue with some ASMR sanding, shall we? You're in a bit close really, aren't you? Yeah, maybe if we pull back a bit. Yup. Yeah, that should do it. As I said, it's just a light sand on all the bits, just to get rid of the burrs as he mullers the camera. Action cameras are not the best for getting close on anything. Right, so what do we do here? The two A10s go into A11. So there's A11, they're the two A10s. So they will go in there like that. Pieces do slot in quite well with that like expanding jointy thingy fingers. So that goes in there like that. And the two, so that has got to go on there first. So that, how does that go on? Things to the left, that goes straight back like that, I presume, and sits on there. And then you get the two E12s sit like that. So that looks like that, and that sits into there somehow. That at the front, and it must go like that. So that sits in there. This is where it can get fiddly because you're trying to hold a non-uniform bit and trying to get the little tabs in without mullering them. So if I go like that, slight wiggle, slight wiggle, and of course these tabs are always the hardest to get in. That one's in fully. This one's going to be a bit of a, there we go, nice little click. That's in fully, and that's what step 4 finishes up like. Which just noticed something I haven't sanded off there, but that is the completion of step 4. Then it's open the booklet up and we have got step 4. Step 5 is that, and it looks like we have screws involved, so I'll have to sort that out. Right, that's the only bit that I'm going to show you. As I said, me actually doing, because you would get bored and I can't listen to the radio, so I'll get a bleeding copyright strike. So I'll catch you in step 5. I'll show you the bits that go to step 5, and then after it's put together. These are all the bits for the next step, step 5. Being as it was using screws, I thought I'd get the screws out of their packets and I'd separate them into the little mixing dishes that I've got, rather than hunting through the packets. But, and being anal, I've put little some masking tape on them and put the sizes on them. But I'll clean this up and then we'll see. I'll let you know what the supplied screwdriver is like, which is that one. I think I'm going to end up using my own precision screwdriver in the kit, but I'll let you know whether you can get away with it, because these are the smallest, the 6mm, and I'm not sure that is going to work. But I'll see ya when this has been done. That's part 5 done. The included screwdriver worked absolutely fine on the little 6mm screws, so that's good. The only thing that was a little bit tricky is getting this side on. because you have to line up 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of tabs. But once you can press them against each other like that, it goes on fine. Step 6 was only 2 parts, so I've put them together, and that, according to the diagram, should go on there like that. The trouble is finding things to actually push against to get it on. And make sure the tabs are in the right place. There you go, and that's gone on, so that is now like that. On to step 7, which has got quite a few bits and something that goes in there. Looks like a tilty thing from the instructions, but we'll see. Okay, these are all the bits for step 7, which is only a small bit, so I'll bore you again with doing it in real time. We have that bit, 23, 24, 25. Now that is going to be, that doesn't make sense, 25, I've got it like that, 25 on the bottom, according to that, and this does not, oh yes it does, yeah, it is going to be a shoot of some sort, I think. Yeah. Hello. So that goes there. That goes 23 at the back, 24 at the front, I hope. Yep. Then that goes on there. I said it's when you got to get multiple tabs in, it becomes a little bit, you've got to make sure they're all aligned, and I can't press too hard with that other thumb. I can with that one. That's all in. Hunky dory. Then what do we do there? 26. Oh, you build that separate. So you got 3 little bits that go on the end like that. That goes on there like that, and that slots into there. Does that go all the way through or just dangle? Doesn't say. It's cut out like it should fit in there. And that goes like that. That's part 7 done. And that goes in the main bit. How, I don't know. But we'll find out. It's got to go there. Does it go like that? I suppose that is the only way it can go with that sitting down there like that. And what have we got? 25mm screw going through from the right. Now there is only one 25mm, so that'll be that. So I'll presume that goes through there and into the other side. Which is there. The screws seem to bite quite easily, so you haven't really got to put a lot of force behind them. And obviously you don't do that up too much. It might be a little bit much because that, I suppose, has got to spring down again. Maybe I should have put a little bit of wax on that, loosen it a little bit more. I think that might be a problem. If it keeps catching like that. So the ball will come down there, that will flip up, and that's got to flip back down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out and I'm going to wax it and sand it a little bit, I think, to do that. But that is step 7. There's 45 steps all in all. And I've been doing this for must be a couple of hours now. Well, was it 11, 12, an hour and 3/4, so give it some time. So that should be enough for a video. So as I said, I'm going to take that apart, sand it and wax it just in case, because I don't want to get to the end and find it sticking and then have to come back on it. So I shall see you in the next one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching, and bye.